Here is the Onsra Black Carb 2. Still my go-to board when it comes to 2-in-1 setups. But that's not where it originated on the HOTA Wheels. This is the Black Carb 1. This is where I first got the 150mm HOTA Wheels. To this day, I still have the exact same HOTA tires and they wear fantastic. These are them. They have about 1,000 miles on them and I'm still riding them now. These are the 155mm HOTA Wheels. About 2 years down the road, onsra started selling these with their Black Carb 2. I personally just don't like them as much. They're a little bit bigger and the tread pattern is not exactly what I like. Since these tires are so small, you feel those little treads when you're riding on the streets. A little bit of off-roading, it's a little bit better. You're not going to feel that and it's going to dig into the dirt a little bit better. But with the 150s, they're better grip on the road because they have a smoother contact patch. Here is a photo of a brand new set of HOTA 150s compared to the one with 1,000 miles on them. As you can see, it's not a dramatic difference. The ones that are brand new, meepo hooked up with and they use for their races on their inside go-kart track. So here are the meepo 155mm wheels compared to the HOTA 150mm wheels. As you can see, the tread pattern is a little bit more of the knobby type style tires. I don't necessarily like them, but if you're going off-road, they're definitely good. Those blue knobby tires are Evolve 7-inch, and to the left right here are Evolve Street 7-inch compared to their 6-inch size tire. Like I mentioned before, I just prefer a thinner tire wall. Just like these Sunmates, as you can see, there are a lot of a thinner tire wall, and those are also 150mm size tires. They're actually pretty good tires. They come with a lot of different brands like B1, Lycon, Revel, Vestar, Onboard. Here is a photo of the Sunmates on the new Evolve hubs, which are actually a pretty dope pattern. So I put the Sunmates on the Evolve Hadian hubs and I took it for a ride, and here is how it grips on the Evolve Hadian. So here are the Evolve 150mm 6-inch compared to the meepo 6-inch. These are fairly new tires for the Evolve, so they wear down pretty damn quick, but they do grip well. What I also like about the Evolve wheels is that their hubs come in all kinds of different colors, which is pretty cool. You can customize it any way you want, and again, the tires do grip pretty well. What I don't like about the Evolve tires is it's really tough to balance them. All 6-inch tires are a little bit unbalanced, but it seems like the Evolves are always kind of notorious for wobbling a little bit too much. Here's a set of 7-inch, which I actually painted gold myself, so you can always customize it any way you want with normal spray paint. Going back to the HOTA wheels, they are my #1 AT wheel choice. Anytime I'm going on a group ride, if I'm not too familiar with the road conditions, I usually use the 6-inch HOTA wheels. They ride over everything, they're very comfortable, they grip insanely good, they have little to no wobble on them, and as you can see in the video, I really enjoy them. Comes to the 7-inch size tires, I think they fit very well on bigger boards like the Flux, the Cali, anything that's just a bigger board all around. The tire wall is a lot thicker. Thinner tire wall, again, in my opinion, is a lot better for grip. And again, these HOTA wheels have about 1,000 miles on them and they still look great. Here are the Evolve new 7-inch AT tires, which are pretty good all around. They're good for off-roading, and they're also good for street tires. Right next to them are the generic Sunmates. Here's a close-up what the HOTA looks like at 1,000 miles later. Still plenty of tread left, they still look good, they still grip very well, and I still have not got one puncture in any of these tires. I don't remember where I saw it, but someone told me that these grip very well, and they really don't. As for the Metroboard X 155mm wheels, I've tried these once and they're amazing. These are the only ones that might be better than the 150mm HOTA wheels. Now they are a little bit bigger, so I suggest if you get a set of these, probably good for a little bit of a bigger board, like the Meepo Hurricane or something like a Flux, something of that nature, because they are a little bit bigger than the HOTA wheels. But they do grip very well and they're very wide. As for the Hoyt 5-inch wheels, as some of you may saw in my other video, I really do like these wheels. Really small tires that can handle a lot, awesome grip. But are they worth the $500? That's really up to you guys to decide. I think they're great. I think they grip nice, and yet at the same time they can break traction because they're so small. But again, it's up to you guys to decide whether it's worth the $500 or not. Tires and the tubes are still made in China. Meanwhile, the 3.5-inch metal hubs are made in the USA. But for some of you, the tire wall might be a little too small. So when you're riding over a bad pavement, larger cracks, any debris in the road, you're gonna feel it more. So that's why I think the HOTA is kind of a perfect in-between type tire, because it's not too big, it's not too small. You have the comfort, you also have the grip at the same time, along with long-lasting tread. For these new Cloudwheel Rovers 165s, I haven't tried them yet. I have a good idea what they're gonna feel like. They're obviously tall and narrow. They're made out of urethane and rubber. So in my personal opinion, I kind of think it defeats the purpose of doing all-terrain. You're gonna feel that a lot more. So the point of having an airless wheel is to not get punctures. But in this case, I think it kind of defeats the purpose because you're gonna feel every single bump in the road, every single rock, every single stick. With an air pneumatic tire with tubes in them, they have a lot more give in there. So it's gonna actually absorb a lot of that impact. This is where I see the tire shine. Braking traction. For those who don't want to brake traction, I don't think these wheels are for you. Just look how easily they slide out. I'm not sure why anybody thinks they have a lot of good grip, and a couple YouTube reviews I saw, but they slide out very easy. As some of you may know, I do slide my street wheels, and this is me trying to slide the HOTA 150mm wheels. I can brake traction a little bit, and it's really tough. I'm really trying here, and I just finally get it, but again, it is not easy at all. The next set of tires that I really like are Trampa 6.5s. These are really good. I tried them on a DIY Cali once, and they're top notch. Just like I thought with 7-inch, I think these are kind of the good middle ground for a bigger board. Bigger DIY, a Flux, a Cali, a La Croix, those types of boards. Now, some good news while I was making this video, my boy Fabian came through and actually got more of these in stock. It's the entire kit. Not sure if he's selling the tires by themselves, but you have my discount code right there. But if any of you have any kind of relationship with Meepo, Lycon, Vestar, Revel, Onboard, any of those companies, they all have a relationship with these China sellers that are selling these HOTA wheels. Reach out to them, say, hey guys, I just checked out Eastgate Unity's video. I'm really digging these HOTA 150mm wheels. What can we do to get these wheels in stock? If we all work together and hound these companies enough, I'm sure they'll get them back in stock because there's a lot of demand for them. As for street wheels, I can talk all day about these things. I know some of you don't like street wheels, so I haven't made a real video about comparing all different types, but in my opinion, I absolutely love street wheels. So with all the different street wheels that are out there, with the different cores and different boards I have to mess around with, it could be a really fun video, and it could be really helpful to the people that want to switch over to street wheels. Same thing with bushings. I can talk about different bushing, durometers, colors, manufacturers all day long. They make the board feel completely different. That pretty much wraps up the video with my thoughts on the HOTA 150mm wheels. Let's just hound these companies. Let's get these wheels back. I think you guys will like them a lot too. That's why I made this video. Please comment, like, share, subscribe. Have a good one, guys.